All right, so I'm going to be talking about the new Springfield Hellcat from Springfield Armory. I just got it hot off the presses. It's a hot gun. It was really hard to find, but I wanted to do an unboxing and review today. So a little bit about myself before I get started is in my job, in my line of duty, I carry a firearm pretty much every day at work. I'm very comfortable with firearms. But that being said, in all dishonesty, in all honesty, I'm not an expert per se about handguns, although I do know quite a bit about them. I'm more on the hunting side, more into just archery, deer rifles, things like that. So I'm a big hunter. So I don't tend to know too much about handguns. I do have several handguns, but I don't mean to be an expert. Now what I have seen is there's a lot of people on YouTube doing these reviews and unboxings on the new Hellcat, but they're getting those guns sent to them free by Springfield. And I'm not saying that their reviews are going to be biased, but I don't know. Take it for what it's worth. I've seen some really good reviews out there, but this review is going to be from a consumer who actually, when I decided I wanted to get a smaller, compact gun to carry, you know, I've carried a Glock 19. Pretty much, I've had this gun for 20 years. It's not, as you can tell, it's not the best to conceal. And I finally made the decision that I wanted to get something I could conceal on my person that you couldn't see, something that was really compact. So I started doing my research and I stumbled across this Hellcat from Springfield. And at first, I didn't realize the gun was brand new. I assumed it had been out a while. And so I started to search trying to find this Hellcat. And I was looking for the SIG 365, which was the other gun that I was after. And then come to find out this gun had just got released, I believe, last week of September. So I've been calling around. It was very hard to find, but I finally found it. And so I did a lot of research, watched a lot of videos on YouTube, just like y'all are doing right now, trying to figure out what was going to be the best compact for me, whether it was going to be the SIG or a Ruger, or it was going to be the Glock 43, or there's a whole plethora of handguns out there that fit the market. So I finally found this gun, and I went and picked it up today. And I gotta say, I'm pleased with it. I definitely put a lot of different guns in my hand, and honestly, I'll be honest with you, this is the gun I felt my hand the best. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it. This is where I got it. It was originally MSRP, it's $5.99. I picked it up for $4.99 at McBride's here in Austin, Texas. So a little shout out to McBride's. I appreciate it because I called San Antonio, Dallas, everywhere, and I couldn't find this gun. So awesome, it was here locally. So in the box, looks like we got this little bag here. I'm assuming the gun's inside. We got some paperwork. See that? Check that out later. Looks like we got a little, I guess, inspector. Somebody must have shot a couple rounds through the gun, so that it was firing correctly. Inside here, looks like we got the 11 round magazine here with looks like a finger, pinky extension on it. And then this, I believe, by watching on YouTube, this is the flat bottom to this mag, so if you want to get rid of that finger extension. So I'm assuming the other mag must be in a gun lock, must be on the gun itself. So let's open this up, let's take a look. Nice little bag here, that's kind of cool. Yeah, nothing else in the bag, that's kind of cool. Got Springfield on it, that's kind of neat. Put that to the side right there. Pull this out. Ah, sweet. Let's lock this rare. All right. Cool. So we got the 13 round magazine, obviously one in the chamber, so 14 rounds, which is the main reason why I really wanted this gun, because I found out put 14 rounds. I mean, I barely get more than that in the Glock 19. I think this holds 15 rounds in one in the chamber, and here I've got 13 plus 1 is 14. That's incredible because the size comparison, I'll pull them out later and you should take a look at them, but the size comparison is incredible. So my first initial looking at this gun, and this gun looks good, man. It really does. It looks good. I like the little Hellcat. I don't know if you can actually see that on there. It says Hellcat on there. It's a good looking gun. It's small. Now I have what I would say, I'm 6'4", but I would say I have average size hands at best. I wouldn't say they're large, but probably average. It's certainly not as big hands for a guy that's 6'4", but fits in my hand really good. And I do have the extended mag on here, so that pinky's got a good grip. It looks good. I'm liking it. The sights on it are really good. It looks like it has like a, I don't know, Trigicon or Meprolite or whatever. It has a night sight in the front, and it has the the U sights in the back. And I've been reading from reviews that that's going to be really good for getting up on target and lining those sights up real good. I can already tell you from looking at this, that front sight, it really sticks out. It's got a little green luminescent ring around it. At same sights, I have Trijicon HD sights on my 19 with that big front post. It just catches your eyes, forces you to look at it so you can focus on it and send rounds down range. So I will be taking this out a little bit later and put my first few rounds through it, but I really wanted on this part of the video just to give you my first impressions. The grip on this gun, you know, I've seen a lot of stuff they were talking about. It had this weird stempling on it. I don't know about all that, but I can tell you the grip feels great. It doesn't feel too aggressive. It's definitely not too mild. I don't think I'll have any problem holding on to this gun. The mag release is great, pops right out. Goes in really good. Look at that, just pops right out. I like that. The only thing so far in playing with it is I noticed that the slide forward, I like to be kind of lazy when I'm on the range. I like to just push the slide release forward. This one is a little bit more difficult, I can say, than like my Glock. But maybe in time, when the springs start to relax, it'll get a little bit easier to send that slide forward. I know typically when you're on the range, they always want you to pull that back and let it go forward. Well, I have a magazine in it, so it won't go forward. But they want you to pull that back and let it do the work itself. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with it. This is a Springfield Hellcat. I got it, like I said, at McBride's. I'm happy. I'm gonna go throw some rounds through it, and I'll get back with you. I'll let y'all know what I think. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to see, just put it in the comments below on the video, and I will answer those comments. But yeah, once again, unbiased review for the Springfield Hellcat. Like I said, I haven't fired any rounds through it yet. Can't wait to do that. So I'm gonna get on that, and I'll let y'all know how it shoots. But yeah, it's good. Oh, one other thing I want to say real quick before I wrap the video up is I noticed they had the optics version on here where you could add the optics to it. Now I didn't go with that version. I went with the version where it's just a solid slide. I know that version is a little bit cheaper, but my whole thing is this gun is so small it's to conceal anyway. So realistically, optics would be cool, but I'm not going to put optics on this gun. I'm all about trying to conceal this gun, hide this gun. So putting optics on it just wouldn't work for me. That just didn't sound like something that I was interested in. Also, one thing I noticed too, a lot of people have been talking about, but it actually has a peephole right here in the barrel, so you can actually see when you have a round chambered inside there. So you can see the brass. That's kind of cool rather than actually having a visual indicator. There's something that sticks out that says it's loaded. So that's cool, and that can't break, so that's always good. You know, the less parts the better, I always say, and I think that generally is the consensus. But very happy with this purchase. So hopefully the wife isn't gonna kill me when she finds out. But like I said, I'll get back with y'all, and I hope y'all have a good day. MAGA.